Hey, welcome to the 40 Finance channel, everybody. Today, we're going to do a walkthrough in Seeking Alpha, and I'm going to show you how to use this tool to find new stock ideas. If you're a subscriber to the channel, you know that I use Seeking Alpha all the time in my videos when I'm doing deep dives on stocks, price projections, all those things. But beyond just fundamental analysis for stocks that you might own in your portfolio, Seeking Alpha is a great place to discover new opportunities. And I'd make the argument it's one of the few places that you could find different opinions on the same stocks. We're coming out of a time in the market where every single stock went up and it seemed like everybody was a genius. Now that we're heading into maybe some times of more uncertainty, it's nice to go into a place like Seeking Alpha and be able to see like both the bull and bear case. Because quite honestly, every stock has a bull and bear case. Even the Microsofts and Googles of the world may not necessarily have huge competitive threats, but it's not unimaginable that they'll run into some roadblocks over the next few years that might slow their growth a little bit or reduce their profit margins, which of course would bring the price down a little bit. So using tools like Seeking Alpha to vet out your stock ideas, I think is always a great place to start. So that's what we're going to look at today. Now, if you do get through this video and you're interested in learning more about Seeking Alpha or trying it out, I do have an affiliate link in the description that offers you a nice discount on their premium membership for a full year. I do earn a commission if you sign up through my link. This is one of many ways that small creators like me try to eke out some profitability on our channel. So thank you very much. All right, so here we are on the home page, and I'm already logged in as a premium member. And right off the bat, you can see in the menu bar here, stock ideas, and I'm going to go ahead and click that. And this is actually a collection of editorial pieces written by Seeking Alpha authors. And most of them follow a pretty similar format. I'll just click on this Alibaba one here. I have never read this, nor do I know this author. But typically the good authors go through and they write out sort of their thesis on why they're bullish or bearish on Alibaba in this case. And I would say the quality for most of these articles, at least that I have read, have been very good. And they each bring up their own little angle on why they like a stock. And you may or may not agree with it. But the best authors actually use data points similar to this. I'm not sure, exactly what point this person's trying to drive home, but they add graphs and they use links and stuff like that and try to answer the most common questions. I mean, you see how far I'm scrolling on this. I wouldn't say that this is typical, but this has got to be a few thousand words, right, off of this. And then there's closing thoughts. And in many cases at the end, you have some comments. Now this one, maybe perhaps because it's a new article, there's not a lot of comments here, but I tend to like the comments. Now obviously you don't jump into a service like this to read comments all day. You can do that online anywhere. But I guess my point is I've found like the conversation in the comments to be a little bit more intellectual and a lot less, cats and dogs fighting. The next area to look at is called top stocks. And there's a handful of different ways to sort this. But if you just go to the main screen, they've kind of combined a lot of features here. And it's basically a way for you to sort the highest bullishness, if you will, based on three factors. The first one here is the Seeking Alpha quant formula. Everything on these three columns is rated 1 through 5. Then you can take sort of a pulse as it pertains to Seeking Alpha authors, similar in some ways to those articles we just looked at, just more of a database score, if you will. And then you can also sort by Wall Street analysts. Now, I tend to read a lot of Wall Street analyst picks, not because I think that they're going to be 100% right, but just because those are people who are paid. It's their job to kind of get in and project individual companies. So if anything else, I want to dig in and see what the opinions are on some of these folks. And right off the bat, if you were looking for, 3 columns of green, then perhaps this Build-A-Bear Workshop, which is a mall franchise where you make teddy bears. I only know that because I'm a father and I've actually visited the store. You click right in here and you can see how they have some of the factor grades, some of the rating summaries. And then you get into an area where on the analysis side, you can read articles only about Build-A-Bear. And then I do like the news area because that's more, let's just say, impartial type things. And you get quarterly reports and headlines that are coming through where you can go on and do more research about Build-A-Bear and see if it's a match for your portfolio. Now, for purposes of this video, I'm just going to cover stock ideas. I'm not going to dig deep into this stock information page, but I will tell you that these individual stock pages have a wealth of information as well. I'll cover that in a different video. All right, so we talked about stock ideas. That was editorial sort of based analysis. We went to top stocks, which is rated more or less by algorithms that rate who's got the top stocks across the quant formula, Seeking Alpha writers, Wall Street. You can break this up then against different categories or different facets of a stock, valuation facets. And beyond those tools, you also have a couple different resources based on news and upgrade downgrades. So if we go over here, you see upgrades and downgrades, and this is across the market, okay? And for date sort, I'm going to do last 7 days, and you can choose upgrades or downgrades. We'll stick with the upgrades for now. And then you have the rating type over here. By default, it's the quant formula. I'm going to see what the Wall Street folks are saying and which ones that they're picking over the last 7 days. You also get a count of the number of analysts who are covering a stock. So in this case, there's 3 analysts who are covering the stock as a whole, but they very recently had a new rating come in from a Wall Street analyst that put them at very bullish. And from there, you can go down the list. You can sort by market cap. Maybe that's the best idea. Starting off with Lucid, and its new rating is bullish on Wall Street. Previous rating was neutral. If we switch just to Seeking Alpha authors, and let's go by market cap again. Top of the line here is Amazon. Previous rating was neutral. For this latest update, new rating is bullish. Then you can also do downgrades too. Let's go back to Wall Street. We'll look at downgrades. We'll sort by market cap. And you have CRM, formerly very bullish, now bullish. So, not the end of the world there. But if you want to read more about it, you can click See Details. You can click on the ticker symbol itself. And if you're kicking around Salesforce, you start to have a lot of information at your fingertips on these stock pages, including multiple opinions from different sources. And I think, again, that that's really the key. And that's one of the things I like about this platform is having differentiated opinions out there to challenge whichever side of the thesis you land on. All right, and then the final place that I use to find stock ideas is just their good old-fashioned stock screener. And you have some defaults right here. Those are very similar to the lists you would see in this top stocks area. But you can also create your own screeners. So I have this one here. This is just large and mega cap stocks as a group without much in the filter area. So the only screener we have here is just trying to capture market cap over $10 billion, right? United States is another facet I put in, but the ratings that I have here go across the board. So very bearish to very bullish. I'm trying to capture them all. And then you can start to dig in across multiple deeper facets. So for example, let's look at valuation. It's going to take a second because this is a pretty big screener. But if you just wanted to come in here and say large cap, mega cap USA stocks, and you wanted to sort by forward PE, I'm going to sort to the lowest. Right off the bat, you've got ideas here. at least a starting point. Now you're going to have to recognize these tickers. They do have a mouse over feature though. If you go here, you can see the name of the stock. So, I don't recognize all these stocks off the top of my head, but if you just hold this over, you can at least see the name of the stock. And then obviously if you click on here, you go to the stock's individual page. But this type of faceted search, if you will, works across the board on almost every imaginable metric. So this tab is performance, and you could say, okay, which mega cap stock has had the best 1 month performance? And it looks like it was Alcoa Corporation over the last month at plus 32%. And then obviously you have zillions of other data points in there that you can reference. So if you're like me and you're kind of a numbers data guy, I like the stock screener. For me, this is probably where the majority of my ideas are going to come from. I want it to pass a certain valuation test first. And then if I find it, like let's just click on forward, if I see something I like in the numbers, then I'm going to come in here and get some more opinions about what other investors are seeing about a stock. All right, guys, so that's a brief tutorial on how to find stock ideas within Seeking Alpha. Very powerful tool, lots of different ways to go about finding stock ideas. You don't just have to stick in one place and read a million articles. You can go by data, you can go by opinion, you can go by quant score. There's a lot of different ways to slice and dice it. Reminder, if you're interested in learning more about the Seeking Alpha platform, my affiliate link's in the description, gives you a nice discount on a full year premium subscription. And of course, if you have any questions about Seeking Alpha or any of the other features, leave me a comment below. I'm happy to get back to you and try to help you out best I can. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe to the channel, all the things. We'll see you on the next video.